The terrible news tonight that Chadwick Boseman has died.
It is hard to think of an actor more indispensable, more absolutely necessary right now than Chadwick Boseman.
A sudden and devastating blow.
He was just 43 years old. The Black Panther star who also portrayed a roster of Black American icons.
And I've been holding this secret my whole career.
There is a stigma that you're difficult. Anybody that's ever been fired knows what I'm talking about.
Boseman was diagnosed with colon cancer 4 years ago, but had not spoken publicly about his diagnosis.
Just imagine what he was going through with treatment and the inner strength he must have called on to keep up with a grueling schedule.
Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is.
Those are words that strike fear into everyone.
Knowing that they were both terminal.
When I dared to challenge the system, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny.
You never know who you touch.
It is a seed of hope.
He leaned in and whispered to me in that soft voice of his, and he said, "I can't wait to change the world."
In his junior year, he wrote his first play, Crossroads, after a classmate was shot and killed.
I didn't even know it was a script, it was just a story, but I was responding to the fact that he had died. You know, I didn't have money to pay for this.
Imagine receiving a letter that your tuition was paid for and that your benefactor was none other than the dopest actor on the planet.
And it said, Denzel Washington paid for you.
With this soap opera gig, I was already promised to make 6 figures, more money than I had ever seen. But I was conflicted because this role seemed to be wrapped up in assumptions about us as black folk. This role didn't live up to those standards. Phone call from my agent. They decided to go another way. The questions that I asked set the producers on guard. Before you know it, you're broke, and you find yourself scraping together change just so you can ride the subway, so that you can get the next job. And maybe if you could book something else, that would eclipse the feeling of doubt that's building, but it seems like you can't pay them to hire you now.
Nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing.
Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it.
Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall.
You're taking on the mantle of the man. I had notes written about what a Black Panther movie would be like even before I was cast. I think this is one of those really special moments in history and art.
Black Panther himself, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chadwick Boseman.
You have cancer. Those are words that strike fear into everyone.
2 little kids, Ian and Taylor, who recently passed from cancer. Throughout our filming, I was communicating with them, knowing that they were both terminal. What they said to me is they're trying to hold on till this movie comes. You hear them say that and you're like, I gotta get up and go to the gym. I gotta get up and go to work. So it put me back in the mind of being a kid just to experience those 2 little boys' anticipation of this movie. And when I found out that they, yeah, it means a lot.
Black Panther is hands down, it is the crowning achievement of the Marvel Universe.
Genre and box office busting in every way.
The first superhero film ever nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. But Black Panther was so much more than just a movie. It was a movement.
They see power, spectacle, intelligence, achievement. They see their dreams. It's aspirational.
It is an honor to now know you, to learn from you, and join in this work with you. I know you have also inspired and motivated others. There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington.
It's a humbling experience because you're like, this can't mean that much to them. But seeing how the world has taken its on, and how it's taken on a life of its own, I realized that they anticipated something great.
able to not only do as much work as he did while also battling colon cancer.
The way he handled his life and managing cancer with such humility and grace and dignity lets us all know that he truly was a superhero.
He gave all of us and all of our children an example of a great, gracious, and humble leader.
The young people whose lives he touched were called his Wakanda warriors, with superhuman strength of their own, and they continue to draw strength from their fallen hero.
Like our story, you never know who you touch and where they might end up.
We knew not that we would be around during award season or that it would make $1 billion, but we knew that we had something special that we wanted to give the world.
He was a star, but also a shooting star, because he lived his life in such a way that forever kids who see him in that Black Panther role and see a reflection of themselves embodied in everything that he intended, they get to dream about and make wishes on that shooting star that was Chadwick Boseman.
Everything that you fought for was not for yourself. It was for those that come after.